It sounds good.
Yeah, it sounds real good.
It sounds
I'm
real
gonna
good,
start
but
trying to do it. Yeah.
you always see these ultra successful people. They don't have that balance, and we want like normal people strive to get that.
Mm.
Um, so how you get that level of success? Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, they say they're obsessed with
Yeah.
being the best. You know what I mean? So there's only one Jeff Bezos. You know what I mean? There's only
Yeah.
one the Tesla dude. I can't think of his name.
Elon Musk. Yeah,
Elon
Elon
Musk.
Musk.
I almost said Eli. It's only one of those guys, and they are weird. You know what I mean? They are
Yeah, they are.
strange. They don't have a work life balance. You know what I mean? And that's why they're at the top. So thinking we can have it all, is it a pipe dream? But I think it's definitely not. What's life if you can't enjoy it? Some people say never be comfortable. What am I working for? I'm working for my children to be kind of as stress free as they can, to have the things that
Hmm.
they need, and not to be struggling. I'm working for a vacation. I'm not working just to be working to say I work the hardest. So you
Right.
got to have that goal um,
Mm.
that you want to reach. I
Right.
want success at this level. Then I want to enjoy it somewhat. You know what I mean? I don't want to be working 16, 18 hours a day in my 60s and 70s because I'm trying to be the best. I got to make this more money. You know, you see a lot of people with this, they say a passive income, you know what I mean? But that ain't
Hmm.
enough for them.
Right.
I make $5,000 a day just sitting down, making my money work for me. But guess what they're gonna do? They used to working. They're gonna still try to work and make some more money. But you have to have that work life balance. With your kids, you're working for something, and you're working for yourself. And try to be happy. I think a lot of people, mental health is a big issue when you feel like you have to work and you don't really have a life outside of work. You are a man in this society, in this climate, social climate. You have to work. You don't want your wife to work. She got to stay at home and clean up everything and take care of the kids. But you got to work, and you're working 16 to 18 hours a day to provide for her and the kids, where she doesn't have to work. And that's a lot of weight
Hmm.
and responsibility to have on your back. So you
Yeah.
definitely to live, to not
Yeah.
stroke out. You definitely
For
have to
sure.
have that work life balance, and it is possible.
Yeah. What I would say is possible. In order to achieve it, you have to early. The earlier you can take advantage of time and opportunities in order to increase your value, the quicker you could get to something like this. If you do like I did and kick it in your 20s and wait to go to school into your late 20s, it's going to take you a little longer to get to it. Another thing is you got to have the awareness to know where you can increase your value at, like what you're good at. You got to have that kind of awareness, like individual awareness of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like and then you have to understand too, in order to make that kind of money, or if you're trying to get to that kind of money, what it really takes. Some people just see it on social media, but they don't know what it takes. You got to have a team. Like you got to trust other people. You can't do all that by yourself. Jeff Bezos definitely couldn't get to that by. Elon Musk couldn't either. You have to trust people. And guess what? Sometimes you to be an owner, you may have to fire people too. Just kind of the business of Another thing too is as a community, sometimes you're not taught to take risk depending on where you grow up at. You're taught to be safe. You're not taught to take risk or, try to start a business or something like that. You're just kind of just cultured to be safe. And in the beginning of your adult years, you kind of got to be comfortable with being unbalanced while you're going to school and working. This is what I would say. Tell my kids going to school and working, like get a feel, like understand how this thing work, and then when you go to school for something that makes sense. Now you starting to get the salary to where you don't have to work two jobs. You only got to work 16 hours. You get a job where you're working 9 to 5, but you're only really working probably 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like at where I work at at the school, right? Going to school at Euler, right? There are professors making think what probably like 80, above 50, but probably in the 80s or 90s, and they don't work every day. You know what I'm saying? Like they classes are only certain parts of the day, certain times of the day, and maybe they'll tell you their office hours are from this. That's if anybody even do it, because when everybody going to school, the last thing you trying to do is go to the office and talk to the professor unless you just need to. So if you're not a core class person where you teaching English, you're teaching a major kind of class like a specialty class, you may only be there 2 or 3 times a week. Tuesday, Thursday, office open on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? You can balance that. But if you want to work at Walmart for 30 years, it probably ain't gonna be balanced as you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Because when you work at retail jobs, you don't get paid time off at Walmart, do you? I don't think so. Unless you're full time, you're like in the
Yeah,
management
oh
chain.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
But if you're a regular job, yeah, you don't get paid time off and stuff like that. No, you know what I'm saying? You're lucky if you can get insurance. But when you get into a career job, now you can start balancing. Now you can start like, okay, I can go on vacations at these times. If you work at a school and be a professor or a teacher, you know, they get paid even during the summer on because they got a contract. So when school's out, you got that summertime unless you're doing something, but you got winter and summer. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on how what are you looking to do. You know what I'm saying? And you got to do something. If you're not doing nothing, you probably not gonna have balance. It's not gonna be realistic for you. But you got to be doing something. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
So
So
you do what you got to do, so you can later you can do what you want to do. You know what I mean? So if
exactly.
you don't do what you got to do, the time where you're supposed to be doing what you want to do, you're
Yeah,
trying to play makeup doing what you got to do, and you're living
exactly.
the
That's what I'm
life
doing right
where
now.
every day you just do what you got to do, and it's taking up all your time, and you have no time or resources to do what you want to do. People say follow your dreams. It's hard. It's easier to chase your dreams on a full stomach. So, like,
Yeah,
man, maybe you can get a degree that makes sense, and then you can follow your passion when you have time to.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Time and resources to do those things.
And then, well, like what you just said, right? You got to follow your dream, but you got to have a full stomach. Sometimes you got to be a creative thinker, right? What can you eat that makes you full that don't cost that much money? You got to be able to creatively think like that. When you go into the grocery store, you might not be able to buy steak. You might have to be creative with ramen noodles. Maybe you need to get the Tyson chicken and ramen noodles and cut the chicken up, and put in the ramen noodles. I don't know. You got to be creative like that. You may have to be creative and innovative for 5 years in order for the next 15 years, to have work life balance. That's all. You got to think like that. Maybe cooking instead of going out to eat. You have to actually cook. You know what I'm saying? Like young kid, that's what you got to think about. Like, how can you hack those expenses in life where it don't cost you as much than it normally would if you was just paying out, going out to eat all the time, and doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
and
you
that's the
definitely got to be
thing.
able to think.
That's the thing too. So, well, I want to make enough money where I can go out to eat all the time, and you probably will if you work hard, where you can do that. You know what I mean? But you got to make it make sense. If you're a bad budgeter, you
Yeah,
can't out earn a bad budget. You know what I
boy,
mean? You
for
just can't
real.
because it's those people. Some people just are ambitious. They want to make more
Mm,
money. They want to be in a higher. They have this perception that growth
yeah.
never stops. I want to be
Mm,
80 and 90 years old, still learning, still growing, still
mm-hmm.
um, maximizing my earning potential. You know what I mean? And some people is just in them like that. But some
Mm-hmm.
people, they're never above water. Their head is always
Mm,
the water is just always they're always struggling for. Hey, they were struggling when they made 30,000. They're struggling when they made 50. They're struggling when they
mm-hmm.
made 80. They're living check to check. No matter how big the check is, they spend up their limit. And it's some
Mm,
people like that, and you got to try not to be like that. or you'll never
Yeah.
have that work-life balance.
Oh yeah.
People think, well, I'm gonna make it to this point and I'm gonna chill. But guess what? If you
Yeah.
still have those bad habits,
Boy,
you can't chill
that's true.
because
Yeah.
the bills are still due, and the bills
Right.
every time your check gets bigger, the bills get bigger, and you will never make that point where I can chill. You'll never have that. Well, I can just relax a little bit. You'll be
Right.
like Jeremy Ford was saying. You'll be a slave to your job. It don't matter
Yep.
how you feel. You got to go into there. You got to
Oh
go
yeah.
into that place. Um,
Yeah. You got to be
you
smart,
know,
man.
And a
You
matter
got
of
to be
fact,
smart out there.
sometimes it's ambition. But Osiris, I was looking at a post he made about gluttony and the 1%. But they have to keep earning, keep earning, keep earning.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
own an oil rig, you know what I mean, or in the Middle East, you own oil, but the gas prices stay high, and they keep raising them because they have to have more profits and more profits. Profits in 500%.
How
Um,
many people do you think, like, with the people that say that, they say the 1% is gluttony? How many people do you think that say that if they was on the other side of that fence and they was the 1%, would they still be saying that?
no, exactly. They wouldn't because but that's what's feeding
Yeah.
uh the machine.
Yeah.
One day I'm going to be in the
Yeah.
1%, and when it's my turn, I'm going to keep making money too, and that's your dream. I'm
Yeah.
going to be in that position, and
Yeah.
I don't want to share my money with anybody once I get in that position, and that's the
Man.
American dream that we saw.
American
And then
dream.
if I ever tell you that you're not going to be in position, that position, I'm a dream stealer. I'm a dream killer because
Boy,
it's going to
for
be
real.
me. It's going to be me. I was homeless too, just like Tyler Perry. I'm going to be the next Tyler Perry, and when I'm Tyler Perry, when I'm Oprah, I'm going to do the same thing. Those people shouldn't share their money because you're seeing yourself in the. You look at Oprah and you see yourself. And I would want to share my money if I had billions, and I will keep making it. And that's why the
It's just the
machine
thing though,
keep
like
going.
I think they think when you share money, like if I give you $10,000 and you're not wise, or you'll start depending on me to keep giving you $10,000. I think they look at it like that. You look at me as
Okay,
an ATM.
okay, but is it wise to have billions of dollars and just have it and just make
A lot of
more
people don't have.
billions?
I don't think a lot of them have $1 billion in cash. I think it's
I mean,
more
I mean, just
assets
I
than
mean,
it is
just
money.
or assets or whatever it is, a
It is
treasure.
wise to have it in assets because you can always use it for collateral alone.
No,
I
I mean,
guess. I
but
guess.
like use it for what? What? And I
So
told you
are you
about this
saying people should
question.
spend their money a certain way? So you saying
No, no,
people
no,
should
no,
spend their
no, no,
money?
no.
Oh,
Is the deeper question of why I'm not
yeah,
criticizing the way people make money or spend money or
yeah,
disparaging, but you know what I mean. He was talking about gluttony was one of
yeah.
the seven deadly sins and things like
But
that.
you gotta define what is gluttony though. Like you have to. Some people move the
You
goalposts. Like it's
no, I mean,
this,
well,
and then
it's
it's
just not
this, and
it's
then
just
it's
not
this.
food. It's overindulgence
Right,
or of
right.
anything.
But what if you're good at
Excess.
generating money though? Is you gluttonous if you're good at generating money though and making deals? Is that gluttonous though? If you're
Okay.
good at that,
Or what you no, okay, you're making money. Thinking about is it consuming anything? Consuming money. You are a factory, a machine that's consuming money. You're
right?
saying they're making money and we can make it. No, you're just consuming it. Like this is the money for the whole country, and 1%, one out of the 10 people is eating all of the resources because they're good at it. They make it and they consume all of that money.
So
You know what I mean?
what if he went to school or he figured he worked his way up to there? He
Hey,
started from
hey,
the bottom and got there.
guess
Is he
what? Guess
still
what?
gluttonous?
We didn't say they didn't earn the money. We didn't say that. We didn't say
But
they
what
didn't
makes it
work
gluttonous
for it.
then? So you saying if he don't
The
spend it the way
over
you spend it, it's gluttonous?
no no the overconsumption of what you need by um Oh God, I mean, can't even think of a number to multiply that by thousands, millions of like this is what you need to survive, and you've done that or not survive. No, this is what you need to thrive, and we are going. You're still got your mouth open. You're still receiving. You're still taking after a billion times what you actually need, want, and would take care of you. Um, there's no purpose but
But
to
it's a
make money.
business though. You're looking at a person, but it's a business though, right?
Yes, it technically is a business, but it's an entity or it's a person that's controlling
But
it.
what's the point of a
That has
business though?
exit.
Profit. The
Yeah, I
point
mean,
of business
exactly.
is
No,
profit
no,
and generate
and
money,
guess
right?
what? And we're gonna keep making it, and we're gonna keep profiting, and 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 keep profiting, with no
So what do
end.
you think he's supposed to do? Like if you was
No,
like, what do
no.
you
Hey,
think a
look,
person supposed
look.
to do?
I didn't say
No,
I
no, I'm
had the
saying
answers. I don't have the
no, I'm
answers.
just saying no,
I
but if
don't have the
somebody
answers.
complain, it has to have a solution, right? That's
No,
all I'm saying. Like people
absolutely
be
not.
complaining.
Absolutely not. You know what I mean? If we had a solution, we could fix the problem. We have all the resources to feed everybody on earth. We have them. We have them.
But if you
We
work for
have them.
something, I'm telling
No,
you the mindset of how these dudes think. If I work for this, I
no,
put in the work, I'm
exactly,
burning the midnight oil.
exactly. It's
Why
just
am I
you
good?
feel
Yeah.
like because they feel like they work for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They feel like they went to school. They feel like they're giving the world a gift. Let's say, you need something to live. Um, I wrote this down earlier, but you need something to live.
Right.
But you got to give me all your land to get what I have for you to live. I got the medicine that it takes for you to live. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? But you got to give me all your land to get it. So I give everybody the medicine, but I get all the land. And I give
Mm-hmm.
like one section of land to y'all other people. And I have all this
Okay.
land. And then nine of y'all, I'm one person, and nine of y'all
Mm-hmm.
got to split that 1% of land because
Right.
y'all got the medicine from me. I did make the medicine. Y'all needed to live, but y'all got to live over there.
But how
Terrible
do you feel the
management.
value of the medicine is though? So are you saying
You
you'll
know, the
devalue the
value,
medicine, the
yeah, the
value?
value. Guess what? You got it. They got it. They work for their money, but this is society's problem. God will fix it. God could fix it, but he gave us the tools to fix it. He gave us all
Right.
the money, all the resources, all the technology to feed everybody in the world.
He also gave us free will, right?
Yeah, and guess what? Guess what? That's why we don't. That's why we haven't solved the problem. That's why
Because
we haven't solved
does every
the
person
problem.
have a chance to improve? Does every person have a chance unless you're
Oh, so
severely like
no, you're gonna say you're gonna do the bootstrap things because you're
no no
telling
no
me
no 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 not the
everybody.
bootstrap thing. I'm not doing that. I'm
No,
just
you telling me
asking like
everybody has the
no. I
opportunity
said you
to
didn't let
be
me
Jeff
finish. I said
Bezos.
if everybody is physically capable, do they have a chance to improve? Yes or no?
Yes.
But they'll be the same people that be complaining and saying that a person is holding them back. I've been in that category myself. That's the only reason why I'm saying I've been in that
No, no.
category
Okay.
myself.
Guess everybody can improve. You know what I mean? Guess what? Everybody can be Tyler Perry. Everybody has that in them. God gave you a unique gift, and everybody can be as successful as Jeff Bezos and Tyler Perry. They just have to find their niche.
It's kind of
Is
like a
that's
team.
American dream?
It's kind
You're
of like a
right.
football team. Everybody can't be a safety. Everybody can't be the corner. You got somebody got to be the linebacker. Somebody got to be the DN.
But you say everybody can get better. Like, what's
They
like,
can.
so
You don't have to be Tyler Perry. We got to
who
be a
no
better. I could be a
who's
better
telling
Mike.
who's telling you like where you need to stop? Who decides that? You know what I mean? But the bigger issue, like I'm not telling how I don't know. I don't have the answers. But I know we have the resources, and then everybody's so scared to give somebody else something for free because I work for it. No free rides in life,
No, I
no
think it's
charity.
the.
If I
I
give a
from
man,
what.
if I feed a
Go ahead.
man, give a man a fish, he gonna be coming to my door every day, and I understand that as well. But there is a solution. You know what I mean? We can
But
so-called
how
go
many
to
people
bars.
would do the solution though? How many people is like, okay, how many people will say if I give you $100,000 and all you got to do is go to school, I give you 100,000 cash? How many people will say I like that solution? I'm gonna do that. Or how many people will just take the 100,000 and say, "Oh man, I didn't feel like going to school, but I really wanted the money though."
I
That's
think
what you're gonna
more.
run into.
No, I think. Guess what? I can discount that with this stick. Like, okay, nobody likes going to school, but the nobody likes going to school, but even just in America, but the
Right,
vast majority of people get through high school some kind of way.
right.
Some kind of way they get through it. Now, a lot of people don't. You know what I mean? We got dropouts, teen pregnancy, drugs, jail. But
GED.
a
Some people just go
lot
get
of
their
people,
GED.
yeah, a lot of people get through school. You know what I mean? They do that. Now, we're going into conversation where we have the answers to
No,
healthcare and we can solve them. No, I just know that we have the resources to solve them. There shouldn't be anybody hungry. Basically really shouldn't be anybody sick. We have the money, we have the technology, we have all that. Um, and but I guess people scared to give somebody. I'm not advocating for free rides or anything like that. So I don't know the
sound like you
answer.
are.
No, I don't
Sound like
know
you
the
are.
answer. We have that. But people need
Look, the answer
hire
is that
somebody.
sometimes the answer is right in our face. Some people don't want to put in the work. There's some people that don't. There are some people who get comfortable. There's some people who not comfortable. It's just all about say free will is all the way across like a prism of free will, man. You know what I'm saying? Some people like I don't want to do that. Some people like I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's all
So the
about
people who
perspective.
don't. So who decides who deserves? Who works hard? Who doesn't? Doesn't work
I think
hard.
it is individual. I think it's individual accountability. You have to be accountable for yourself.
See, but we're see that's the thing that don't work. So we live in a society where we need people for everything. Somebody built your car. Somebody made your shirt. Somebody
Right,
prepared the food that you eat.
right.
But we tell people every day, you're an individual. You can make your own way. You did no, you're not. You're so every person in here is so dependent
What
on
I'm
the
saying
person
is, as an
next to them.
individual, you can look at yourself and say, Mike, at 22, I just have a regular job. What can I do to improve my value than where it is right now at 22? Can an individual do that?
Yes.
It's like evaluating yourself. That's called like making an evaluation, I guess, making an evaluation. A lot of people are not doing it. From what I'm seeing, just walking around and going to and fro, I see people that don't want to do that. They just don't even
But
want to think about that.
you're acting like it's an epidemic of that. Society is kind of working.
No,
I mean,
it's all kind of it's a prism. That's why I say it's a spectrum almost of people. It's just
but the majority of people make a functioning society. Um,
right.
I saw it's a building downtown, like hundreds of floors, and I live in Little Rock, Arkansas. It's hundreds of
Yeah,
floors tall. A lot of people with a lot without a lot of technology we have today built that building because they work together. Um,
right.
it's society
But they
works
chose
together.
to get up out the bed and go to the site and work and build a building, right?
Yes,
Okay.
but they didn't. Nobody did it on their own.
Right. You can't do it on your own, but you still you have to get up like the body, like the fingers. It
But you're
all where they
saying
all
a
depend on
lot of
each other.
people
But
aren't making the choice to work hard to better themselves. We have a whole society of people that's doing tremendously well,
I'm telling you
um,
how they
and
think.
then
I'm
we
not
got
saying I'm
some
telling you how people
people
think.
that are like a drug addicts or stuff like that. We have those people, and as a whole, we have the ability to take care of those people. We got prison guards that get paid to take care of the prisoners. We got nurses that get paid to take care of the patients in the hospital. So we have enough to cover our shortcomings whatever, those things come up. But